Today I get to tell you about how to make my Grandma Sue's Princess Brownies and why they're special to me. When I was little, I used to be able to sit at the counter and watch my grandma make brownies, and no matter whether my brothers were home, anybody else was home, I'm the one that got to lick the spoon. My grandma used this big old thing called a mix master, which now we call a food processor. It was just a big thing that just mixed your food. They came out delicious, and of course it was for dessert. The history of brownies is not really specific. The bestevercookiecollection.com, the history of brownies, says that possibly brownies were created at the Palmer House in 1982. The Palmer House is in downtown Chicago. I like to make homemade brownies. I like to make them kind of sort of from scratch or kind of sort of from a box. But if you combine the two and make this really special recipe, it's going to be extra delicious. So the first thing you have to do in your prep is gather the right ingredients. I'll show you how to prepare the mixes and how to bake and enjoy my Grandma Sue's special brownies. Kind of really makes a really nice, fresh, out of the oven homemade gift. Got to gather all your ingredients. I have two different mixes. The first mix is the Fudge Brownie mix that comes out of a box. Get all of the ingredients that the box tells you to put together. Then I have a special mix that ends up being the marble mix, which is some cream cheese, some sugar, an egg, and a tablespoon of vanilla. Got to make your brownie mix. Make it good and gooey, just like you normally would. Then you make your cream cheese mix in a separate bowl. The cream cheese is going to be your marble. Then you take half of your batter from the brownie mix and put it into a greased 13 by 9-inch pan. Just half. Just like that. Oh God, I love the look of gooey. Then you take all of your cream cheese mix, you put it on top of the half the brownie mix that's in the pan. Ends up looking like that. And then after that, you take the rest of your brownie mix and you put it on top of the cream cheese mix. And then, the special part, you take a knife and you run it through everything, and it kind of makes a marble effect. You put it in the oven, which you preheated already to 350 degrees. Obviously, got to stick it in the oven first. Cook it for 40 minutes. And the way to tell how brownies are done, because brownies don't really rise like cakes do. So you take a toothpick, you put it inside your brownie, you pull it out, and if it's clean, then your brownies are done. If not, cook it just a little bit longer. Then you pull out your brownies and you make sure they're cool. And they take always just too long to cool. And then when they're done, you get to eat them. So in conclusion, my final review is you now know the secret to make the marble effect in my Grandma Sue's brownies. You know what ingredients and tools to put together. You know how to prepare the two mixes, the cream cheese layer effect, and how to do that with a knife. And also your cooking time and your doneness test with a toothpick. Then of course, when they're all done and they're cool and you've tested them, you get to cut them into nice slices and share them with everybody in the house. I let some people at the office taste some too, and T. Mayer said, I ate 2 of your brownies and they were very good and they weren't too sweet. Roger Blake replied, I thought your brownies tasted delicious, but a little heavy for my taste. One little thing that I forgot to tell you is instead of using oil, I use applesauce, and applesauce makes your brownies virtually fat-free. So mine and my secret ingredient is a little bit of love. You can take the two things, a box and a prepared mix, put them together and make really awesome, inexpensive, sumptuous, delightful, low-fat treats.
Time. 4:24.
Did you bring us some?